Previously on Glitch Vault.
We cannot stop dancing. Crazy is a plumber that fights turtles to save a princess. Crazy, crazy, crazy. This dude cannot be trusted with my left shoe, let alone an entire kingdom. But when your entire kingdom demographic is a bunch of mushrooms, I guess anything goes. I say all of that to say this.
Actually, no. I'm gonna wait until the next episode to finish that thought.
Hey there, princess, you gotta smile at me. Even though you're miles away from where you wanna be.
Hey, fancy boy! Want some lotion or something? You're starting to look a little pink. Also, let's dance.
Everybody look at Hollywood, doing it.
Mamma mia!
Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to Glitch Vault, and welcome back to Super Mario Sunshine. It's been a while since the last time we took a look at this game, so let's shake off the cobwebs and get back into it. So today we're getting started with a little speedrunning trick that scores you the last Shine Sprite in Gelato Beach. What you need to do is enter the level, grab a coconut, and run over to this little hut. Place the coconut near the fence-ish and grab onto this fence post. Once you're here, center the camera, and from here on out, this is the camera angle that you have to have. So, starting now, all your movements begin with jumping before you ever touch the analog stick. With that in mind, grab the coconut and spin jump onto the roof. You can do this by jumping, spinning right before you land, and jumping again. It takes some practice. Once you're here, stand on the darker line, drop the coconut, and run straight into it. Once you're about to fall off the roof, hover and hold forward. This part is so tough to get right, but with practice it isn't too bad. And sometimes Mario gets stuck doing this. Once you've gotten that accomplished, you have successfully performed Gelato Skip. Congratulations, you. That was really tough. We'll hit some more speedrunning tricks later, but for now, let's take a look at some random garbage. Corona Mountain has some of the worst game mechanics in Mario history, and we're going to exploit them. The boat, aside from being the toughest boss in the game, has some very interesting behavioral properties that can be fun to mess with. For instance, stand in this corner and spray. That is all you have to do. Soon Mario will grunt and try to take flight with little success. Too much Chipotle will do that to anybody. Yeah, I don't mean to be crass, but there are some serious issues with Mario's digestive system that require immediate medical attention. Oh, I don't feel... Then Mario just sits and gets magma all over his caboose, but are we really surprised after what we just witnessed? Your answer should be no. But the good news is we can skip this boat altogether and simply swim our way through the magma to the end of this level thanks to one of the glitchiest fish of all time. But before we do that, just watch as the boat rotates and shrinks out of existence. Also, why is the boat kaleidoscoping? None of this makes sense. This is not a proud moment in Nintendo history, folks. Anyways, onto the fish. Let me tell you a little about the fish in this game, okay? For some reason, when fish die in this game, they respawn immediately, which makes it possible to perform some very dramatic ballet. That's not all these fish are good for. Apparently here in Corona Mountain, your damage invincibility frames make it so you can break the death plane of the magma and stay alive. So all you need to do is hit one of these bad boys and dive underwater as soon as you hit the surface. Underwater? Under magma? Anyway, Mario's need to breathe, which we discussed in a previous Glitch Vault, makes it so you need to get air every now and then, which can be tricky. Thanks to Mario's underwater invincibility frames, we can perform the exact same exploit and grab air as we need it. This allows you to swim all the way to the end of this level, and yes, it's still easier than using this stupid boat. So from here, grab the rocket nozzle because we're cheesing this whole level and you cannot stop me. With the rocket nozzle, pick a spot near a ledge and switch back to the squirt nozzle. Hold L and switch back while still holding L. Now charge the rocket nozzle without clicking down the right trigger, and right before you blast off, let go of L. That's a lot of instructions, but I promise it's actually pretty easy once you know what you're doing. Repeat that process a few times and then strafe off the ledge you put yourself nearby. Blammo! Mario shot through the air and bypassed the cloud section completely. It was probably just pent-up energy from earlier, if you know what I'm saying. This can be done anywhere you can grab a rocket nozzle. Just find a ledge and tally-ho, you're ready to go. This spot in Delfino Plaza is a great place to run this trick because not only do you have infinite water, but it's extremely fun to explore town this way. Whoa, obviously Nintendo never intended for us to see that. Mario, do not go towards the light. You can see all sorts of weirdness from up here, and let me tell ya, it's a good time. For instance, you can dive and sort of just decide where you land, even though it takes forever. But this little chunk of grassy mountain is just an illusion as you take the great plunge into the mysterious and deadly ocean blue. That was oddly poetic for something that involved a toilet noise, but you get what you pay for, folks. You go pretty high with just a few launches stored, and I managed to get Mario sort of stuck in the air while he was just flailing his little arms as hard as he could. Pretty sure I had a dream like this once. Would you look at those textures? Wow! Oh, no good. No, what was that? Oh my! Wow, that was a roller coaster, to be sure. Also, while using this glitch, I managed to land in the loading zone of Corona Mountain, which is pretty cool. But just take a look at how Mario dies here. It's just so pathetic, man. Moving on, here's a fun and easy glitch to try. Get to this building in Delfino Plaza, then double jump and hover into this corner. Once you clip, navigate slightly to the left to avoid taking damage and snag yourself a free blue coin. No Yoshi necessary. Unfortunately, once you get in this room, you perpetually take damage and the only way out is to perish. So this is not a happy room for Mario Boy. So now head to episode 2 of Pinna Park and go snag Yoshi. First little weird trick that I stumbled upon is really easy. Get on Yoshi, then get hit by a missile thing and land back on Yosh. This causes Mario to become permanently squinty. Guess all that sunlight finally got to him. I told him not to go to the light, y'all. Did he listen? No, he did not. But to return Mario to his somewhat normal state, just jump off the Yoshironi and you're good to go. But the real trick and the real reason we need Yoshi is actually useful for speedrunning and is by far the most involved trick you'll see this whole video. So with Yoshi, grab a durian and a papaya and get them near the door to the park. Consume the durian and place the papaya just off the door. After that, grab Yoshi and jump right into the gap you left with the papaya. Goodness, can you say papaya 5 times fast because I can't even say it once. Once you're on the other side of the door, you've got some neat tricks to try out. First off, the invisible walls in here cause you to just stick onto them instead of acting like normal barriers, leading to all sorts of craziness that is very entertaining to mess around with. But be very careful around the invisible walls because they can shoot you under the level and force you to drown. Yikes. Also, when you're stuck in one of these, you can watch the missiles just sort of infinitely shoot off into oblivion. But the important trick here is to jump into this corner and wait for a purple missile while dodging the other missiles as needed. Once you get a purple missile, then it's go time. Get the missile to wrap around the pole, then right at the bottom of the stairs, spray it. Right after spraying it, go and eat the papaya through the door, and immediately jump onto the purple platform you made. Do not be late. Oh man. Once you make it onto this platform, then pretty much all you have to do is ride this purple gravy train to victory. The reason we had to turn into an orange Yoshi is because that's the color you have to be in order to enter this secret level. If you've managed to nail the whole skip from start to finish, you have my respect, because this little glitch is bananas and I messed up like 12 times, but it's way interesting and I'm glad it exists. Speaking of Yoshi, here's a really quick one. If you dismount when there's a durian right in front of him, he will kick it. Guess the whole motion startles him a little bit. Strange. Next, head to episode 5 of Pianta Village for another neat speedrunning trick. Get to the mushroom that holds the entrance to the secret stage. Now normally you need Yoshi to get in there, but not this time, folks. Put your back to the giant branch and line yourself up with the 1-up on the shroom to the front of you. If you fall off the side at this step, this will happen. Whoops, okay. Mario, what's up, dude? We might be here a while. Once you're aligned correctly, jump backwards, causing you to clip through the branch and start hovering here. Hold forward and you'll clip through the Shroomerino and drop right into the warp zone. Success, my friend! You can do this on episodes other than number 5, but the warp zone won't actually be there, so you're just chilling in the shroom at that point. Which officially makes you a weirdo. Next up in Delfino Plaza, go to the big Pianta statue. Jump and hover into its backside here to clip through. Once you're here, hold L to strafe and walk sideways. Bam! Mario is now stuck sidestepping and colliding with the statue. which looks very odd from different angles. Yeah. This little trick was found by a pretty cool guy named Bouncy Boy, so make sure to follow and subscribe on his Twitch and YouTube channels. Over in Rico Harbor, you can float between the swimming Pianta and the bridge. Just jump between them and go crazy. Mario really needs to figure this out before the end of the episode because it's starting to affect my view of him. Which brings us to the final glitch of the video. Staying in Rico, head over to the lift and jump underneath the arm. When the arm goes down, jump a bunch and you'll land in some water behind the wall. Swim away from the wall until you drop, then run back and bounce and jump. Mario will just splat out of the water onto the land, not unlike a Splatoon character. Once again, you are now free to roam around the level completely underwater. You can run and interact and collide with objects just as you normally could. Items have sloppier hitboxes down here, but something that you can do is jump onto a standable surface still under the water and then walk off of it and be surface swimming on the water, still underwater. You can also do this by side flipping inbounds from the dropping point of the glitch process. This is so strange it's almost painful. And now Mario is breathing underwater because his hat is above water, which is also underwater. But this brings me back to the point I so generously started at the end of last video, and that is that the physics in this game seem to be as cohesive as the Mario lore itself. I love the Mario universe more than almost anything, but that doesn't make it any less strange that things that Mario consumes, he also befriends. And those he destroys, he also plays tennis with. Nothing seems to actually matter in this universe, but it all really boils down to this one simple question. Can you believe that there are enough glitches in this game to make 3 videos from? Hey guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it and I'm back with a vengeance. If you haven't yet, add me on Twitch and Twitter, and of course subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Love you guys, and I'll see you next time on Glitch Vault.